You are back with comedian Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So the next, let's say, year, maybe a little bit longer, but I reckon at least a year, it's going to be a fucking wild ride for Bitcoin and everything associated with Bitcoin. Like, this is a whole new fucking paradigm now. I didn't think it was going to matter that much either way if Kamala or Trump won. I thought Kamala would have been a little bit of a problem, but Bitcoin is fucking inevitable anyway, so it just would have taken a little bit longer. But now Trump is in, and Trump is just going to deregulate everything, the financial markets, crypto, Bitcoin. He said, did he say it or was it RFK? It doesn't really matter because there's a lot of Bitcoiners surrounding Trump now. So there's enough guys close enough to him to get in his ear and explain it to him properly. So there's a lot of fucking game theory that's about to play out. Like, if Trump announces he's going to start a Bitcoin reserve, like buy 1 million Bitcoin or some shit, just print the shitty US dollar and buy Bitcoin, then the whole world, every single country is going to have no fucking choice but to do the same thing. I don't know why countries haven't done it already. I thought Putin might be smart enough to have started doing it. Apparently he has. Apparently Russia is mining fucking Bitcoin out there in Siberia and other places using their vast resources to mine Bitcoin. And a lot of the hash rate is actually coming from China as well. India has banned Bitcoin, so that's not happening there. But it seems these countries are more focused on gold, which I understand. Gold will skyrocket as well. You got to understand, like, during Trump's administration that's coming, it's going to be like maybe 15% to 20% inflation every single year. Prices are going to skyrocket. Everything's going to skyrocket. Assets will skyrocket. Cash will be worthless. You got to get your money into some assets, and the easiest asset is Bitcoin. You just buy it. Other types of assets are houses, obviously, art, antiques, cars, gold, jewelry, that sort of shit. But you're better off just buying Bitcoin. So he does that. The whole world has to follow. Even if they do it on the slide, even if he doesn't announce it, if they buy the 1 million Bitcoin first on the DL, and then fucking once they've got it secured, as soon as they announce it, it will double or triple in one day. But the whole system is about to change. Even if they knock Trump off before he gets to inauguration, JD Vance is even more on the ball with this shit. He's going to be sharper and probably better for this. So it's not just the Trump thing. To be fair, RFK would have been the best Bitcoin candidate, and he's on Trump's side. So let's see how that all plays out. But the good thing is those miners that I've been talking about for months and months and months now that have done well already, despite the threat and the uncertainty around their actual business and how it was going to be treated under each presidency. Carl Miller would have been a fucking nightmare for Bitcoin mining, I reckon. But Trump, he's like, let's make Bitcoin in the US. And the two companies I've been talking about for fucking 6 months, 9 months, however long it's been, Cypher and Iron. Cypher is 120% up since fucking the last 6 weeks or something. It was up 30% yesterday. And Iron has doubled as well. Both are over 100% up since I started talking about them. And it's not too late either. I think Iron's sitting at $11. Fucking Cypher is sitting just under 7. But these fucking companies have like 5-6x up their sleeves. It hasn't even been priced in yet, what they own. Both companies have access to 3 gigawatts of electricity. That's enough power to power 3 million homes. Amazon, Google, Facebook, fucking Apple, all these companies are looking for mega amounts of power now to run their AI programs. And they're looking. Anyway, that's all going good. It's going to be a very fucking interesting time. I reckon by the end of this year, Bitcoin is 100,000 USD. Some of these miners will be nudging like fucking $30, 20, 30, 40. And then this into next year, that's when it really starts to heat up. That's when I need to start making some fucking plans on what I'm going to do. Because there's going to be a collapse. Like an economic collapse is inevitable. The US has almost $40 trillion worth of debt. They are paying more interest on their debt than they are defense, entitlements, all the other bullshit. It's their biggest expense is just interest on the debt. So there will be an economic collapse, but you want to plan for just before it. And I have absolutely no idea when that's coming. No one does. But there could also be a black swan event as well. Some mysterious, fucking completely unpredictable event that fucking curtails everything. But the thing is, even if there is, Bitcoin still wins. It doesn't matter. It will just slow it up for a little bit. Anyway, let's see how this all plays out. Today's market will be interesting because it just fucking ripped yesterday. All the Bitcoin miners were up 20+%. MicroStrategy was up 13%. Bitcoin up like 8 or 9%. Let's see what happens today. It might pull back a little bit and then take off, but let's see. Anyway, it's fucking exciting times. That'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.